story begins with a cunning thief named Morris. He has been caught by the police for a bank robbery and is being taken to the world's most secure prison, Alcatraz, to serve a life sentence. Alcatraz is a prison built on a small island in the middle of the sea. Even if a prisoner manages to break out, escape is impossible. The waters block the way. That's why it's considered the most secure prison in the world. Only the top criminals are kept here. But soon, the reputation of this prison was about to be challenged, because now a clever thief named Frank Morris had entered, a man who had broken out of multiple prisons before. This time Morris was slightly anxious because this prison was extremely secure, but he had no intention of spending his entire life here. He wanted to escape as soon as possible. The moment he enters the prison, Morris starts thinking about his escape. He is thoroughly checked from head to toe and locked into a cell. A guard approaches him and says, "Welcome to Alcatraz," and this is where the real story begins. Suddenly a bell rings and all the cell gates open automatically. Officers call the prisoners out. The prison's discipline is extremely strict. Prisoners must follow rules of cleanliness and return to their cells on time. Everyone, dressed in the same uniform, lines up for breakfast. In front of Morris is a prisoner named Litmus. Morris asks, "I didn't even get a fork. How am I supposed to eat noodles?" Litmus replies, "This isn't your home. Eat what you got quietly." Meanwhile, a dangerous prisoner named Wolf starts taunting Morris. Every inmate in the prison is wary of Wolf. He rules over the prisoners with sheer brutality and is facing multiple charges of assault. Alcatraz houses the most dangerous criminals. Litmus asks Morris for a little food, and Morris gives him his plate. When Morris looks under the table, he notices that Litmus isn't eating it himself. He's feeding it to a rat. At night, a guard takes Morris to the warden's office. When Morris arrives, the warden says, "I know you have a sharp mind and are very intelligent, but what use is all that here? Many like you have come and gone, but no one has survived. Prisoners follow very strict rules here. You can meet someone once in 2 months, and only if my mood permits." The warden is a very strict man, punishing even the smallest mistakes severely. He warns, "Don't even think about escaping. If you do, you will be torn apart." Morris replies, "No, sir, who could think of escaping with you around?" But deep down, Morris had started planning his escape from day one. During this time, Morris steals the warden's nail cutter, a tiny tool. But in a prison like Alcatraz, even a small item can be powerful. Back in his cell, Morris hides it in a Bible. The next day, Wolf harasses Morris again in the bathroom, but this time, Morris doesn't back down. He shows his true self and beats Wolf, establishing a new reputation in the prison. Everyone begins to fear Morris. After that, Morris is assigned work in the library. There he meets a man named English, a senior prisoner, serving life for murdering 2 people. He has spent half his life in this prison and knows every inch of it. He is aware of Morris's fight with Wolf. English gives Morris some books to deliver to other cells. In another scene, the open yard shows prisoners playing games. Morris meets an artist named Dog who is painting. Dog is a decent man, serving time here for many years. Painting keeps his mind sane in a place like Alcatraz. When Morris asks about a flower in the painting, Dog replies, "It's my happiness, only found in painting, not in life." Morris notices English above him. Approaching English, his aides try to stop him, but English signals that he's okay. Morris sits and confesses his intention. "Will you help me escape?" English laughs. "Son, this is not just a prison. This is our grave. To leave, we must die first. Even if you climb these walls, cross guards, and avoid every security measure. The sea will block your way. Don't waste your time. Serve your sentence quietly. At least you'll live. Morris is determined. He wants to escape, no matter what. That night, an officer tells him he's assigned to carpentry work with 50 cents per hour. Morris accepts, hoping to find a tool useful for escape. The next day, Morris asks Litmus about a way out. Litmus says, every cell has an air vent. You might reach the roof through it. He smiles and walks away. Dog warns Morris that Wolf is coming. Wolf attacks with a knife, but Morris fights back using his coat. A guard intervenes, but Wolf attacks him too. The situation escalates until watchtower guards start firing, forcing Morris and Wolf to stop. Both are taken to D Block, a dark cell where prisoners are tortured. Wolf threatens Morris, but he survives the night. After 2 weeks in D Block, Morris returns to his cell, where Litmus sends a note via his pet rat. Welcome back, Morris. A new prisoner, Charlie, is placed next to Morris. They quickly become friends. Meanwhile, the warden inspects every cell, including dogs, and notices the growing number of paintings. He orders the guards to discard them, crushing Dog's only joy. Morris comforts him, and both are assigned to carpentry. Dog secretly places a flower in Morris's pocket and later cuts off 3 fingers in protest. He instructs the guards to deliver them to the warden. Morris notices a cockroach entering the air vent, hinting at a possible escape route. English explains Dog's extreme act. Furious, Morris becomes more determined. During meals, he meets John and Clarence, brothers from his former gang. Now, the 3 plan their escape together. They gather materials for a dummy head, tools, and a makeshift boat using stolen raincoats. Morris constructs a small pick from the nail cutter and a broken spoon, welded into a sharp tool. He starts digging around the vent while Charlie stands guard. Morris carefully hides evidence, crafts a dummy head, and prepares to drill through the metal grill on the roof. Using a small fan, he builds a makeshift drill. That night, Morris and Charlie cut the grill while guards approach, but they manage to finish unnoticed. The escape route is finally ready. On a Tuesday night, they move through the vents to the roof, avoiding searchlights. Morris, John, and Clarence climb the fence and reach the shore. They inflate the raincoat boat and launch into the waters, breaking the unbroken legacy of Alcatraz. The next morning, a guard checks every cell. Everything seems normal until he reaches Charlie, who stands ghost-like in his cell, regretting he didn't escape with the others. The guard questions him, "Why is your friend asleep so long?" And he calls out to Morris's cell. The guard shouts, "Morris, wake up." There is no response. He steps closer, confused, and notices the dummy head lying on the bed, perfectly covered by a blanket. For a moment he is fooled. Then, realizing the trick, panic spreads across his face. He frantically checks the cell, but Morris is gone. Outside, the morning sun glints over the water as Morris, John, and Clarence silently row their makeshift boat through the waves. Each movement is careful, each breath tense. Freedom is just ahead, but the danger is real. The cold, unpredictable waters of the bay threatening to betray them. Back in the prison, Charlie slumps against the bars of his cell, regret heavy on his shoulders. He whispers, "If only I had moved with them." His friend is gone, and the chance for freedom has slipped away. The guard runs to the shore, shouting alarms, but it is too late. Morris, John, and Clarence disappear into the horizon, leaving behind the walls of Alcatraz, the prison that had never been broken, forever marked by their daring escape. Alcatraz stands silent, its legend intact yet shattered as the 3 men paddle toward freedom, leaving history to remember the greatest escape ever attempted.